Thank you.
Two, three.
How are you feeling, Scott?
I'm feeling great. I'm sort of in a waiting game right now. Hi, Nicole.
I'm
Glad
glad
to
you
see you.
Okay, Mr. President, you do have 6 o'clock, I think.
We do. I'm just bringing Jen in because she called in as a attendee for some reason.
Oh,
Jen, can you hear me? All right, I think I promoted her in.
she's muted. Oh, there she is.
There we go. And I got Chief Smith as a panelist.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jen.
Okay. All right, I think we're ready to go. We're waiting for Jamie. But we got a quorum. We got more than enough, so we'll get going. All right. So Joanne, we're live. Okay, great. So welcome everybody to our special city council meeting of May the 4th be with you 2021. I had to put that in there. If I didn't, consistent with the governor's orders suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and banning certain gatherings such as an in-person meeting of the city council is not possible. This meeting will be conducted by remote participation. The public may not physically attend this meeting, but every effort will be made to allow the public to view and listen to this meeting in real time and participate as necessary. Additionally, all votes taken by the city council during this and future remote meetings will be by roll call vote. So this evening, this is a special city council meeting, so we will not be entertaining oral communications. And we're going to announce the players in the room this evening. So in no particular order, I'm going to go from my top left to my bottom right with the councilors first, and then introduce the mayor's administration. We have Councilor Pett, we have myself, Councilor LeBlanc, we have Councilor McCarthy, Councilor Gilman, Councilor Memhard, Councilor Nolan, Councilor Holmgren, Councilor Cox, and we're waiting for Councilor O'Hara to join us, and once he joins us, I will announce him. Also in attendance this evening, we have our mayor, Mayor Taken. We have our CAO, Nicole Keyser. Nicole's assistant to the CAO, Chris Sicranza. We have, all right, let me look at everything. We have our CFO, John Dunn. We have our city auditor, Kenny Costa. We have our fire chief, Eric Smith. We have our city clerk, Joanne Sinos, and we have our clerk of committees, Chevy Carvelis. Looks like I got everybody. Okay. So Madam Clerk, can we have the first order of business, please? All right. Joanne, can you hear me? Okay, so item number 1 on this evening's agenda is Mayor's proposed FY22 budget presentation to council. And with that being said, I will have a opening remark. Anybody that's on, can we just mute ourselves? Okay. So the opening remarks for the FY 2020 budget is I would like to thank the mayor and her administration for their efforts in the preparation of the FY 2022 municipal budget for the city of Gloucester in order to provide essential services to all Gloucester residents. I would like to turn it over to the Honorable Mayor Safathia Romeo Taken for her presentation of the FY 2022 budget. Mayor Taken.
Thank you, Council President LeBlanc. Dear Council President LeBlanc, members of the City Council and residents of Gloucester, I'm pleased to present the annual budget for the City of Gloucester for fiscal year 2022. Despite the challenges everyone faced during the global COVID-19 pandemic, this year's fiscal responsibility of 120 million general fund budget reflects a nearly level funded effort while still providing core services and emergency responses across the public departments and managers. This 120 million includes 45.6 million line item for Gloucester Public Schools. Our community has endured many challenges across all people in all industries. During the ongoing pandemic, Gloucester was able to provide core city services, with many City Hall offices adjusting to the best services for our citizens. The Gloucester Public Health Department has worked diligently to provide timely updates on COVID-19 pandemic, including access to vaccines, while still providing social services for our seniors, our youth, and those struggling with substance abuse disorders. The Health Department also partnered with the Rose Baker Senior Center, the Gloucester Family Health Center, to ensure our community continues to get vaccinated. While the city and school departments receive funds for COVID-19 related needs, it did not cover all of our pandemic expenses. The lag in federal process may create some cash flow issues as we wait for the reimbursement. The long-term unknowns, the impacts on local revenue and the local aid, Chapter 90, all of these items must be addressed to maintain our financial security. We must always be ready to protect our public health and protect our financial future also. Our city will continue to evolve by using online platforms and mobile-friendly operations and options, but we must offer our traditional services that our community expects us to. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, tourism to Gloucester was an all-time high during 2020. Our beaches and open spaces were filled and visitors from all over. Frontline workers rose to the challenge. Our DPW, Harbor Master, Public Health, Community Development, Police Department, Fire Department worked together to ensure public health and safety priorities. Thanks to continued strength in the local economy and significant infusion by federal funding of the American Rescue Plan Act, ARP. This recommendation budget proposes a year-over-year increase of 1.995%. The most significant new dynamic to this year's budget is the federal funding to the city schools for the next year. As your mayor, my administration has worked hard to implement financial management practice to ensure long-term stability. The city's most recent credit evaluation resulted in maintaining a AA rating, which will ensure that when Gloucester sells municipal bonds, we can get the best rates possible. Strong bond ratings allow us to make critical investments in the city. The community development and economic development teams work closely with the Baker Polito administration to give small businesses resources through the local rapid recovery program, and given the SBA support too. The planning division helped amend our zoning ordinance to allow outdoor dining, retail, and other services. This was a critical piece of our business support in response to the pandemic. During the unprecedented time, Gloucester has not only been playing defense, but also been on offense, recruiting and getting local new business to expand in Gloucester. In March, the city received its third tax increment financing project agreement, thank you, councilors, from the Commonwealth. The TIFs are set to leverage 248 new jobs and 26 million in private investment in our city. I would like to thank all the city employees and volunteer members of our boards and commissions, the school committee, and the city council. Also, special thanks to our local, state, and federal delegations, especially Governor Baker, Lieutenant Governor Polito, Senator Bruce Tarr, and Representative Ann Margaret Ferranti. Working closely with all our leaders, I remain confident that the collective leadership and our stakeholders will ensure that we'll all get through this together. I look forward to working with you during this budget process, and I respectfully request your favorable action on this fiscal year 2020 operating budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. At this point, I'm going to hand it over to the Chair of Budget and Finance, Councilor Cox. We've got some meeting highlights and dates that she's going to read to us, and then she'll offer a motion, and then we'll have a closing statement.
Hi, everybody. Wednesday, May 19th at 9 a.m. It's going to be the core departments and revenues. Wednesday, May 26th at 9 a.m. Emergency services, DPW, and the remaining core departments. Thursday, May 27th at 6 p.m. is going to be the school department. We purposely put that one in the evening for parents to be able to attend after work. And the public hearing on the entire budget is going to be Tuesday, June 8th at 6 p.m. That's a regular scheduled city council meeting. And then on Tuesday, June 15th, we'll have another special to pass the budget. So those are the core dates. Those are the important topics we're going to be covering. And with that being said, I'd like to offer a motion that in accordance with Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 44, Section 32, and pursuant to the Gloucester City Charter, Part 1, Section 6-1, that the City Council accepts receipt of the mayor's fiscal year 2022 proposed budget and becomes the budget of the City Council, and to refer this budget to the Budget and Finance City Council Standing Committee for further review, and I so move.
It's my pleasure to second. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, we have a motion made by Counselor Cox and seconded by Counselor Memhard. All right, any other discussion before we go a roll call vote? All right, but before we do a roll call vote, I'm gonna have this little closing statement. So I would like to thank the mayor for her remarks, and the city council looks forward to working with the mayor and her administration on crafting a blueprint for the over $100 million corporation known as the proposed fiscal year 2022 municipal budget for the city of Gloucester. The city council will vote this evening to accept the receipt of the annual budget as proposed by the mayor for its budget review, and that accordance under Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 44, Section 32, and pursuant to the Gloucester City Charter, Part 1, Section 6.1-1, the city council will have 45 days after receipt of the budget to take action on the budget. The receipt of the budget will start a long and intense process for the Budget and Finance Committee, comprised of the Chair of Budget Finance, Melissa Cox, the Vice Chair, Scott Memhard, and City Councilor at-large John McCarthy, of the review of the fiscal year 2022 budget. The budget meetings are open virtually to the public, which will continue through the middle of June, and I encourage all Gloucester residents to tune in and listen. All right, so with that being said, we have a motion by Councilor Cox, seconded by Councilor Memhard. Councilor Gilman,
Yes.
Councilor Holmgren,
Yes.
Councilor LeBlanc, yes. Councilor McCarthy,
Yes.
Councilor Memhard,
Yes.
Councilor Nolan,
Yes.
Councilor O'Hara is not with us this evening, and Councilor Pat.
I will vote yes, but I also would like to thank the administration for putting this proposal together, and thank Councilor Cox and her committee for all the hard work they're going to put in presenting this to us and reviewing it over the next 45 days.
Thank you, Barry, and very fitting for the last roll call vote is the Chair of Budget and Finance, Councilor Cox.
Yes.
Motion passes to accept the FY 2022 budget, passes on a roll call vote of 9-0 in favor, 1 absent. So stick around, folks. We still got a little bit of unfinished business to do here. Let me get back to my template here. Madam Clerk, can I have the next order of business, please?
The next order of business is a public session for the city council vote to enter into executive session.
Thank you, Joanne. All right, so for the city council to go into executive session, the council must adhere to the Massachusetts general laws. As council president, I declare that the May 4th, 2021 special meeting of the city council has been duly posted and has been called to order. The council is now in open session and there is a quorum present. Before the council can vote to go into executive session, the purpose of the executive session must be stated. I declare that the purpose of the executive session as follows is to discuss litigation strategy and legal matter, and to discuss in an open meeting will have a detrimental effect on the litigation process of the city. I further declare that is the intent of the council will not reconvene into open session after the executive session, but will adjourn the special city council meeting from that point. Motions to go to executive session are by roll call vote and required by a majority vote of the council. Therefore, I'll entertain a motion that the city council and its staff go into executive session to discuss strategy with respect to an update on litigation pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21, subsection A and subsection 3. So I will entertain a motion to go into
So
executive session.
moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Councilor Cox and by Councilor Gilman. All right, so Councilor Gilman,
Yes.
Councilor Holmgren,
Yes.
Counselor LeBlanc, yes. Counselor McCarthy,
Yes.
Counselor Memhard,
Yes.
Counselor Nolan,
Yes.
Counselor Pat,
Yes.
and Counselor Cox.
Yes.
All right, so motion passes to go, move into executive session, passes on a roll call vote of 8 in favor, 1 absent. So I hereby announce that the roll call vote with the city council shall now convene into executive session and will not convene back into open session. And to close the special city council meeting, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, been moved by Counselor Cox, seconded by Counselor Memhard. So everybody's familiar, we're gonna go on to Google Meet for the executive session. Everybody's got the link, just to make sure everybody's aware. Okay, cool. All right, Counselor Gilman,
Yes.
Counselor Holmgren,
Yes.
Counselor LeBlanc, yes. Counselor McCarthy,
Yes.
Counselor Memhard,
Yes.
Counselor Nolan,
Yes.
Counselor Pat,
Yes.
and Counselor Cox.
Yes.
All right, this meeting is adjourned, and we'll see you at the Google Meet.